that good.
Hey everyone, my name is Tom. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be preparing my backpack for me to be leaving in a couple days for the Camino de Santiago. I thought that I would show you what I'm bringing with me in my backpack. One of the goals that people speak of frequently is to not carry more than 10% of your body weight. So I weigh about 170 pounds, so that means my goal will be 17 pounds. Part of walking the Camino as a pilgrim is to be minimalist and to trust that the Camino, people along the way, which includes supermarkets and pharmacies, will have those things that we vitally need along the way. Okay, let's take a look at what I've got here. Starting back here. I've got an array of my personal hygiene products. I've got sunscreen, I've got soap that will, on the far right there, that serves as dish soap, serves as laundry soap, and showering soap. And then sunscreen, and I've got what's left of some foot cream that I found really wonderful for your feet. I've got a hand sanitizer, and in that prescription bottle I've got a needle and thread. It's nice to have a needle for popping those blisters when they appear. A little bit left of my deodorant, some Vaseline, toothpaste, I've got a shaver, a few of my prescriptions that I rely on, some Tylenol, as well as some ibuprofen. Okay, I've got some personal cards that I printed up that I have my personal information that I will be happy to share with new friends that I make along the way, so we can remain in contact after the Camino. There's my iPod. I've got a lot of music on that in case I want to listen to music as I go to sleep at night. And these are kind of clever little plug-ins that on that end you can see that's what the European standard is for the plug-in. And then for each one there are 2 USB ports. Here I've got a microfleece towel that I will take with me in the shower. It's kind of small, but I also put a hook on it so I can hook it to the outside of my pack, so it will dry probably in an hour or so of walking time. Here's a hand cloth, same thing, I put a hook on it. Down here I've got my 3 pair of polyester underwear that are very comfortable for me, and based on other Peregrino's suggestions, I have black. I won't get into too much detail on why you might want to not have whites. This is a luxury item. I've got a couple knee braces. I've got a skull cap. As I said, it's April and May, and it may be cold, so I'm ready for that. I may wear that at night if I get cold. This little packet here, I've got my passport in it. I'll have my credit cards, and I'll have any cash, and I will put that in the bottom of my backpack, and then I'll probably keep €100 on me at just about any time. So that's my entire security system there. These little little thingies to put on at night as you sleep so that the light doesn't bother you. I've got a wine opener. That is definitely a luxury item, but many Peregrinos said that they wish they'd had a wine opener on the way, so there you go. Got some wet ones and some Kleenex that you know, when you're on the walking during the day and nature calls, it's really nice to be able to be accommodated. This is something that I learned from another pilgrim along the way, that this is a small little pen light, and it doesn't make any noise when you click it. It's just a little tiny light, and I can put that around my wrist at night because I'm an old guy, and old guys get nature's call several times during the night. So this will help me in the albergues to not wake everybody else up as I make my way to the banyos. I'm bringing 2 hats. This is a wide brim hat. Everything on both hats is polyester, so it can be washed and dried pretty quickly. Wide brim is good because as you're walking in the sun all day, you're able to get more protection. And when I get tired of that, I've got kind of a baseball cap here. Both of these are able to be scrunched up, which is really handy to go in my backpack. Following the advice of other peregrinos, I've got 3 pair of socks. I used to have these big, huge honkin' wool socks. These are merino wool, by the way. And then I'd have an inner layer, and I'd have big hiking boots. And those things were so hot, and I got so many blisters that I decided to make a radical change. And because of that, I chose to go with low-cut hiking shoes. And I've probably put a couple 100 miles on these. They're kind of actually starting to wear out a little bit. And they are so comfortable. They're like a hand in glove. So I'm looking forward to wearing these. With every pair of shoes that you choose for the Camino, there will be pluses and minuses. I've got a couple pair of travel pants that I purchased at REI that are just really wonderful. They fit really well. The pant legs will zip out of them. They have lots of pockets, and they kind of have a security system as well. And they're polyester, so they can wash and dry very quickly. And you see I've got a glove, a right-hand glove. It's actually a cycling glove to go with my trekking pole. I decided to go with a telescoping one. That's more my style. I don't use it for every step along the way, but when I'm walking kind of in treacherous areas or I'm going downhill, I need to have that critical support a lot of times. So I decided to go with a trekking pole, one. And the glove is, my hand tends to chafe, and I tend to get blisters on my hand, so that's the reason there. I've got this little cloth bag that was a suggestion given to me by another peregrino, that it's nice to have a bag like this to take your things into the bathroom when you are going to take a shower. You can put your clothes there. It's also nice to have a bag to take with you when you go shopping or when you go out for dinner. And that's where this Sistema little box goes as well, pretty lightweight. Where when I'm out for dinner, if I'm able to maybe eat half of my dinner and put the other half securely away in a Sistema box, it's not going to leak, I can take that with me and eat it for breakfast or eat it during the day, the following day. So that's part of my rationale there. And also a cloth bag is good because it's not wrinkling and sprinkling and waking people up when you're digging amongst your stuff if you happen to wake up early. This was kind of controversial because the fact that a lot of these videos, I see that people bring a headlamp with them and then they ditch it about halfway because they don't use it. I think I will use this because I tend to wake up early, and if I can get myself all ready, wear tomorrow's clothes to bed tonight, and then just wake up and then quickly get my stuff together and then hit the road, it will be nice to be able to see in the dark for at least an hour or so. So I'm going to take it with me. I'll let you know at the end if I used it. All right, sleeping bag. Because it is April and May, and because it does get down to 40 degrees, and because I understand some of the albergues are not heated very well, the strong suggestion has been to have a sleeping bag. I've got a belt, a sturdy belt, and I figure because I'm a guy, and the older we guys get, the harder the challenge becomes to keep our pants up. So I got a really solid belt. This is a jacket I bought at Costco for something like $29. A poofy, very lightweight, very warm jacket that actually will smash down into a very small little space. So I have that, and in addition to that, I have my rain gear here. I've got a raincoat that I purchased at REI. It's not Gore-Tex. I saved myself $100 on that, but it is pretty waterproof according to the salesperson. So between that jacket and this jacket, that's how I intend to keep myself warm. I'm bringing rain pants. I've got 3 pair of long sleeve shirts there. And they're all polyester, so they can be washed and dried very easily. And I've got this, I don't know what you call it. It kind of, you can wear a short sleeve shirt or a long sleeve shirt under it. It's just one more layer to keep you warm. So I've got those 3 long sleeve shirts and that to help provide warmth. And my other pair of shoes, most people bring either sandals or something, are a pair of Cane sandals that I've also broken my feet in for them. And they are actually good on the trail. When these guys begin hurting, or I begin, my feet start getting tired of walking in those shoes, I can easily switch to these, and I can also wear these in the albergue at night or when we get set up and then we go into town and have some food. So very comfortable, but also very supportive. So that was my decision about that. Let's see, what else do I got here? I've got this is a pack cover when it starts raining. I've got a pair of really kind of lightweight but warm gloves to wear, especially in the morning. If I'm going to wake up like at 4:30 and quickly get out of there, I'm probably going to need just a little bit of glovage for at least an hour or so. So they're lightweight and they're warm. Let's see, is there anything else here? Oh yeah, this goes with my clothing to take into the bathroom. Peregrino suggested getting one of these very lightweight little door hooks so that you can hang that over the door when you're in the bathroom and then hook your little bag to it. And so that's something that I picked up. I didn't mention, of course, my rock. Every Peregrino carries that rock, and this one I've had with me for several years now, and there was no question about what rock I would bring with me. This has actually been quite meaningful, and it really is very symbolic for me of some really major challenges that I faced, and some very strong emotions that I'll be bringing with me. And so it will be very symbolic for me to let go of that rock along the Camino. Let's see, I think that I don't know if I mentioned this cup, very, very lightweight cup, because I understand along the way that there are opportunities to fill your water bottles with water, and there are also little places where they make wine available that you can in a spigot. So I want to be able to have a cup handy, and that will be attached to the outside of my pack so I can readily take advantage of the opportunity to drink wine during the Camino. I've got my sunglasses in that, and let's see if there's anything I missed. Earplugs, because there will be a lot of Peregrinos like myself above the age of 60 who, although we deny it, we snore pretty loudly. So it won't block out my snoring, but it will block out everybody else's. And I decided to bring a fork, a nice fork, instead of bringing a spork or something like that. It's a high quality fork. What can I say? We all bring our creature comforts. And I think that's pretty much it. My 2 water bottles, I haven't really decided if I'm going to bring both of them, but there's a place on each side of my pack to have them. And, it sounds like there are some days on the Camino where there's plenty of water, and there are other days there's a shortage. So there you go. I think that's pretty much it. I will load this all into my backpack, and then I'll weigh it, and then I'll show you what it looks like at that point. Well, there it is. It's a beauty. 45-liter Flash 45 pack by REI. Fits me very comfortably. Really comfortable hip pads, very comfortable across the chest, and very easy to carry. So I'm really looking forward to hitting the Camino with this guy. Well, thanks for watching this whole video, and I hope it's helpful for those of you who are in the dreaming and scheming stage of doing the Camino. I will post a post-Camino review of my gear and tell you what I wish that I had that I didn't bring with me, and the things that I did bring with me that I needed to either ditch along the way or I carried begrudgingly. All the best to all of you, and thanks so much for watching. And now the next video will be me on day 1 of the Camino de Santiago.